Hey all, it's time to check out some new games that are on sale in the eShop. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give a thumbs up. Let's go! The first game I want to highlight is Graveyard Keeper Ultimate Collector's Edition. This is a game about a man who rises from the dead but experiences everything in a new world. His plan is to get back to his normal world and reunite with his wife. And to do that, he must recreate a dilapidated church as well as build relationships with the community's residents. Graveyard Keeper is a relatively complex game as you constantly have to unlock new things to progress, which can require a lot of planning and good decision making to do the right thing at the right time. But it's still an entertaining game with lots of funny dialogues and twisted encounters. So this is a game I recommend if you want to play a different type of management sim. 75% off in the eShop, definitely a good deal if you like games of this kind. Then we have Hunting Simulator 2 Elite Edition. It has a 90% discount, which I think is a generous reduction. And since this is a special edition, more is included than just the base game itself. For example, you also get an expansion called A Ranger's Life. So what you do in this game is pretty self-explanatory. You head out into the wild looking for game. However, this simulator has received mixed reviews, as some believe that it is relatively repetitive. You hunt game. Well, that's the purpose of the game. So that's what you should expect. But on the other hand, the landscapes are huge and there are many places to explore. So if you want a slow-paced simulator where you sit and wait for your prey to show up, then this game can be a recommendation. A game I have been playing a lot lately is Dismantle, a highly addictive adventure where you have to collect resources and fight zombies. There has been some kind of apocalypse and now you have to escape from the island you're on. However, it is easier said than done, as you constantly need to upgrade your equipment and cope with challenging quests. I actually thought this was a pretty fun game, albeit very grind heavy. Many hours must be spent collecting materials and crafting new items, but definitely a recommendation now that the game is on sale 50% off in the eShop. A game that has received a substantial price reduction in some eShops is Gear.Club Unlimited 2, a car game that contains most of the best in racing, but the question is really what you get for your money when the price is so low. Firstly, you can race in different environments such as mountainsides, through nature parks, the desert or along the coast. In addition, the developers have managed to obtain licenses for well-known brands such as McLaren, Lotus and Porsche. Of course, you can expect many competitions and the possibility to play multiplayer, so there is a lot to do in this game, and since the price is 93% off, then it feels like a good deal. However, I have heard that there are problems with the frame rate in the game, which is hardly something you want when you're racing. So, if you have played this game, please comment your experience about the performance. But as I said, 93% off right now. If you appreciate fighting games packed with action, then Dragon Ball XENOVERSE 2 could be a good option. What makes this game a more interesting experience is the ability to customize the character. During the course of the game, you can customize its appearance and its abilities. This is so that you as a player can create a unique, powerful fighter. In addition, there is a multiplayer function if you want to fight people online, but you can also team up with several players and fight against multiple enemies, so either you fight one-on-one or several players at the same time. Dragon Ball has a huge following, and players familiar with the universe will probably recognize many of the characters and environments that the game offers. And the price is relatively generous, as it's 50% off. Then we have a game I've never heard of. I didn't even know it was on the Nintendo Switch, a little indie game called Low Story. It's a fairly new game as it launched last November, but has already received a 50% discount. Judging from the images, it appears to be a relatively elaborate adventure and apparently offers some puzzles combined with sequences of action. There are 4 levels of difficulty to choose from, and you can also experience 3 different endings, which I guess can contribute to the replayability of the game. So maybe this game can be an interesting purchase if you like puzzles and action. Maybe you have already played Low Story, so what did you think? Is this worth the money? I would like to know your thoughts on the game. Right now, Little Nightmares 2 is on sale at a discount. The first thing that strikes me about this game is the beautiful but dark visual style. It's a strange combination of atmospheric horror and cute characters. It looks really appealing in my opinion. Basically, this is a two-dimensional adventure that I can recommend to those who appreciate different platform games. Just like its predecessor, Little Nightmares 2 received good reviews, especially when it came to the visuals, the sound and the music. There really is a dark but quirky vibe around this game, and right now it's being sold at a good discount, 67% off. But if you are unsure, there is also a demo available in Nintendo's eShop. And then we have a game that has been around for a really long time, at least on the Nintendo Switch. One Piece Unlimited World Red Deluxe Edition launched on the Nintendo Switch in 2017 and has now been heavily discounted, 88% off. So this is an action-adventure game where you explore a big city, you can do quests and fight bosses. Unfortunately, reviews have been relatively poor, as some have pointed out that it's a flawed game and repetitive. I don't know, at least the price is very low at the moment. For those who enjoy adventure games with an emotional touch, should check out Arise: A Simple Story. This is about the journey of a deceased man who relives his memories from his past life. It has nice visuals and perfectly fine music, but the game is quite short. It should be possible to get through this adventure in about 7 to 8 hours. However, it has received a good price reduction in the eShop as it is 85% off, so it's a bargain in my opinion. Finally, we have a H.P. Lovecraft inspired game called the Sinking City Deluxe Edition, a version that is now heavily discounted in the eShop. This is an open world game where you play a detective investigating why the town of Oakmont has been affected by supernatural forces. You can get around the world on foot, by boat or in a diving suit. You can also use a variety of weapons in order to shoot down terrifying creatures. This might be one of the better Lovecraft-inspired games on the market, as it has an appealing narrative and a visual style that gives off a dark and dystopian feel. But it's not the perfect game, as many have opinions that the battles feel clumsy and that the world is relatively empty. So I guess this game as a whole gives a mixed impression. Anyway, 85% off, so that's a big drop from $65 to $10. So there we had some games that are sold at a discount in Nintendo's eShop. What are you saying? Does anything seem interesting? Feel free to comment below. Have a great day, see ya!